Thank you, Mr. President. I stand here today in front of you as a senator, a priest, a wife, and a mom, and for this conversation, most importantly, as a gay athlete. I stand here today holding gently the struggle between the past and the future. In one hand, the past, where gay and lesbian athletes were forced to hide behind a facade in order to escape judgment, punishment, and the fears of others. A past where we hid so that we could play the sport that we loved and be a part of the team. Where we hid in order to be included. And in my other hand, I hold the hope of our future. A future where we've moved past the fears of others and those who are different. It was a long time before enough people saw that gay athletes like me were not bad guys, that letting gay athletes be a part of a team wouldn't hurt the other girls' experiences. It was a long, slow evolution from fear to acceptance, but we did finally get there. If not quite to approval, then at the very least, more tolerance. Tolerance that giving the different a place on a team did not take away from others. And as with all things, the cycle has returned. Later today, we will debate whether or not trans children will be rendered invisible on the playing field. And I want to pause here to just make it clear right now that trans girls, they are here and they are here to stay. I want to be clear and say to all of our girls, you are worthy, you are valuable, and you deserve equal treatment. My heart breaks for the trans children who have to live in this moment, those who feel isolated and unsupported, especially trans kids in Georgia, where this General Assembly has systematically worked to eradicate trans youth. I hold immense grief for the lived experiences of our trans kids and their parents and all those who love and care about them. And I am willing to keep working to create a safe space for trans children to come down here and to tell their stories, to make sure that our trans girls know that they are loved. And my heart also breaks for cisgendered girls who will be questioned because of SB 1. The girls who, like me, were a little too strong, a little too tall, a little too athletic, just a little too good. Girls who will have to prove that they are, in fact, girls because they are judged and scrutinized for not quite living up to what a girl is supposed to look like. The license to discriminate in this bill and SB 1 will give the right for parents to call out any and every girl that they think might be better than their child and have them prove that they are a girl. I know this grief personally. As a cisgender athlete who didn't conform to the look of certain girl athletes, I know what it is to have your gender questioned. And I see and I hold space for you and what you will endure because of SB 1. Alongside this grief that I have for our trans and cis girl athletes, I also hold hope. Hope that my colleagues will evolve on this issue. Hope that just as the past has shown us that tolerance and acceptance is possible, that we can move forward. Despite this body's efforts to stop the future from happening, I want to be clear that it's already on its way. In fact, the future is already showing up, and it shows up in the beautiful trans youth that we see here who are sharing their stories and finally feel whole, feel human. The future has already shown up. It's shown up in the joy of our LGBTQ community who continues to spread against all odds our celebration of all things that make us different, unique, and beautifully human. I know that my colleagues will evolve one day and move from fear to acceptance, stepping out of the past and into the future. And I remain ever present and ever hopeful as that day comes, when our trans youth can feel safe and loved in our community. With that, Mr. President, I yield the well.